Cosmic Girl?
It's typical they're speaking just as I'm speaking. Let's turn that down. Good evening, everybody. One person's in. Good evening. This is the Virgin Orbit. Is that you? No. So somebody in the studio with us. I thought it was you counting on that then. Hello, everybody. I'm in the corner here. Hello. We're here to watch the launch of the Virgin Orbit. Let's get rid of that screenshot. There we go. And here we are. We have lots of... This is so British. This is in Cornwall. So we've got just blokes moving equipment around. That's just looks like Birmingham Airport to me, but they've left the gates open. So Virgin Orbit, they're going to release a rocket from underneath a 747 from space. So it's not normal vertical takeoff that we normally do, and NASA and SpaceX do. This is something that's I think it's just Virgin that's doing it at the moment now, but it's quite good because it saves a lot of fuel and it saves the environment, which obviously is very important at the moment. So this is going to take off within the next 10 minutes, I think, definitely. Let's see what they're saying on their broadcast. We have got several different broadcasts. So.
Probably roll out for takeoff.
Now, we're not sure how much we're going to see because they've said they've got graphics.
LDN control room. SMA, please repeat.
So,
I'm going to take over the PTZ camera for takeoff and roll for takeoff. Yeah, thank you.
I feel like they don't know what they're doing. Very much like what we do. I'm not sure if our Facebook live stream is private or not. Can you check that? Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. And
well, this guy's in California. Just to let you know.
Another pronunciation and linguistics lesson on the difference between Australian pronunciation and American. We're actually going to take a look at our flight path now. Quick MCC update. We are go for takeoff. That was just called about 30 seconds ago. So we're going to bring our graphic up that shows the actual flight path that Cosmic Girl will take after she takes off from Spaceport Cornwall. Once that's come off, you'll see that she'll track over the water there, taking off in a westerly direction.
Now, just to let you know, we've been told you'll be able to see this from anywhere in the UK.
Counties Kerry and Cork. Then she'll take a left-hand turn and go into what we call our racetrack. And as you can see, it's aptly named because of the shape. We do two passes in the racetrack. The first one is the cold pass, and that's essentially where we're doing a lot of checks on the aircraft, the rocket, the prevailing winds, and the weather. And then we go into what we call our hot pass, and that's where Launcher 1 goes onto its own battery power and switches to autonomous mode. When we're getting very close to the drop point, our pilots will pull into the aircraft pull-up maneuver. You'll hear on the MCC audio the words release, release, release that will come from the pilots. The rocket will drop on its way to space, and Cosmic Girl will come home to Cornwall. Special shout out to our airspace support in this region of the world from the UK and from Eurocontrol, as well as authorities in Ireland, Portugal, Spain, and France. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Oh, is she going to speak?
And let's have a little bit of a chat about who's on board Cosmic Girl today. We're so lucky to have two pilots and two launch engineers who are incredibly talented and well-versed in Cosmic Girl and this incredible launch that we're about to see. We'll talk about our two pilots first. We have Matthew Stannard, or Stanny, as he likes to be known, our RAF test pilot, who's on secondment from the RAF over to Virgin Orbit. Joining him in the cockpit is Chief Pilot Eric Bippert. The two of them are an incredible team, and we know they're going to do an amazing job for us tonight up above the Atlantic Ocean. Joining them in the back, we have two launch engineers. We have Dale Alexander, and we also have Bryce Schaefer. These four have been amazing. We've really got to know them here in Cornwall. They've been doing test flights around the county, as well as getting into the schools and really inspiring the local school children about maybe becoming a pilot or a launch engineer or working with rockets. So the whole community is definitely cheering them on down here in Cornwall tonight. I think we'll leave it there for a moment and we'll watch Cosmic Girl as she hopefully starts to make her way around the airfield.
So this is in Cornwall. Obviously, we always get viewers from all over the world watching this. Usually in the States, right next door where they're broadcasting or they're lifting off from. But this is obviously in Cornwall. It's a Virgin 747 they're going to use. They strap the rocket to the bottom. This makes it sound really simple, but it isn't. They strap it to the bottom of the plane, take off, get really high up, and then release the rocket. This allows it to have more push and less, what do you call it? What's that? Fuel usage. Thank you very much. Fuel usage and less impact on the environment. That's what I wanted to say. So this lifts off I think it's the plane that lifts off at 1 minute past 10. We have no idea if we can see this on screen. It may be just graphics, so that'll be weird. Starting up the plane engines, that's good. So we've been told that wherever you are in the UK, you'll be able to see the actual rocket because it goes so high up. You can see it anywhere, but it's so far after its launch. So I think if you're in the centre of England, let me just turn that noise down a bit. That's the plane starting up. There we go, lovely. So if you're in the centre of England, you'll be able to see it around a minute and a half, 2 minutes after launch. Lee Bramwell's watching. Hello, Lee. Stick it on the chat if you're watching us. I know we only pick up certain messages, so if you're on YouTube, I don't think we're getting them tonight. I'm not sure. Eddie Richards is watching. Hello, Eddie. So this is a view at Spaceport Cornwall. Matt Dobson is watching in Bedford. Not a million miles away from centre of England myself here. Oh, having a photograph taken down there. You see that? So as ever with these launches, we don't know what's going on. We just like to sit here and watch it. But I'm sure a clever man will come and tell us something in a minute. I'm sure. We have 6 minutes until the plane takes off, so. We're very excited down there, aren't they? There is a lot of Ministry of Defence stuff on this rocket. Lights are on. Engines are powering up. All the ground crew are waving. You don't get this at Space NASA, do you? I don't think you get it at SpaceX. Here we go with the technical questions. Matt's asking, what should we be looking for in the sky? Will it be a horizontal flight or a vertical movement? Well, this is the thing, because when a rocket goes straight up, and I've seen a couple in the States, they actually look like they're like a plane. There's no straight up, what is it called? Not latitude, but no straight up movement. So it will be high in the sky and heading away from us, depending on which direction you're looking. You've all got to look south, because obviously it's in Cornwall, and it goes away from us. So it goes out into the Atlantic slightly. They did have a map a few moments ago. This bloke looks like a top. This guy seems like a top bloke. You talking about me? He's on YouTube as well, Hornet. Hello, Hornet. Right, here we go then. So we've got the plane is taxiing away. This could be the last time you see this rocket. We may have no launch cameras at all. Got subtitles on YouTube. I think this is all we're going to see, isn't it? Someone's using a 5G phone to video this. Tom Kirsten is watching. Good evening, Tom. Nice bit of infrared. They must have a tracker plane, surely. Darren, you can't see it out the window. How close, Darren, how close are you to this? Someone's working to see. This is why I always like my the viewers of these programs work out the questions themselves. Apparently, from the Midlands, it'll be in the southwest. Where's that? Which direction from the house is that? What are you laughing at? Oh, is it behind us? Okay, we're not going to see it from where this. But we're watching it on the television, so it's fine. Darren's 39.8 miles away from. Can I put these messages on? There we go. There we go. From the actual launch site. Well, from the takeoff point, because it's out over the Atlantic, the actual launch point. So. It's not as smooth as SpaceX stuff, is it? Darren, I think if you look, I don't know which direction you see. You're on the south coast anyway. You just got to look out over the sea where you are. You just look, go out your house and look out towards the sea. Not yet though. I think it's like it's going to be about 11:15, the actual launch. So we're all a bit early. Oh, is someone going to speak to us?
As you can see on our visuals right now, our Cosmic Girl is taxiing. Like I had said earlier, we had cleared all of our launch commit criteria and cleared for takeoff. Our ground crew had cleared the area, and our pilots are ready for takeoff. So we're just positioning ourselves for wheels up, still planned in the next minute or two.
So it's quite amusing that guy to speaking then is in California. Nowhere near where we are, unfortunately. Matt Dobson is downloading his compass as we speak, so we can find out where south is. There we go. It's going to take the plane.
As Natalie had said earlier, this is our second nighttime takeoff. Our last mission was also a nighttime. And some folks in the area of Cornwall and also the counties I mentioned earlier in the south part of Ireland may have noticed in the last couple of weeks Cosmic Girl making some practice runs out there off the coast.
Yes, Darren, you will see.
Now on the runway, taking off.
As long as you got a clear sky. Here he goes.
And we are wheels off the ground. Godspeed Launcher 1, Godspeed Cosmic Girl on this historic both European and UK mission to open space for everyone.
The music's
As
good.
I mentioned earlier
Virgin,
on
isn't it?
the flight path description, Cosmic Girl will now bank to the left and take her route, which is approximately west-southwest, out over the ocean from the spaceport corner.
I feel that we're going to get a map in a minute of where the plane is.
Radiohead on control room has been lock acquired in Nuki.
Copy has been lock acquired in Nuki.
Up until the disconnects a few minutes ago, the data or the data that you had seen coming through any of our graphical user interfaces was coming through a umbilical connection to our ground support equipment. One of the things that makes us special as a launch provider is our agility, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But the bulk of our ground support equipment is mobile, meaning that some of the new aircraft we have purchased here at Virgin Orbit, being cargo aircraft, we can load a couple of rockets plus all of the ground support equipment, which includes our rocket fuel and our liquid oxygen conditioning ground support equipment, can be loaded on the aircraft itself and then transported to whichever runway can support a 747. So
you can't see that the interpreter is quite an interesting chap.
The payloads to the front.
If I take myself off, you'll be able to see him.
Special clean room that has been set up. We also have a mobile clean room that we can bring to different launch sites. Then it's attached to the rocket, and that can be done either inside a clean room.
Right. So as ever, people are answering the questions. Well, Hornets, let me just turn him down. He's just babbling on.
Where we essentially back
bad stuff. So Hornet says, I know size doesn't matter. I realise now. But is it me or is that rocket tiny? It isn't actually tiny. It's quite a big rocket. It's got about, the payload's about 6 satellites in there.
We can fly to your port or your airport, your spaceport.
Matt Dobson is saying, is there a flight number so we could track it on the flight tracker? Darren is saying it's on Plane Finder Live. No, is that an app only, or is it? Can we get that up? Plane Finder Live. Let's have a look. Planefinder.net. Right, no, nobody's speaking in the poor chat.
On the graphical user interface here, all of our temperatures and pressures remain to be nominal. Some of the more interesting stuff you'll see is now down at the bottom.
There it is.
Screen where the Cosmic Girl panel shows that she's currently a little over 300 miles per hour and steadily climbing.
No, it's N744VG. Yeah, I know it's Cosmic Girl. I don't know if I can get another screen up on this.
Cosmic Girl, of course, like any other aircraft, is captained. And that means that the captain on board in the cockpit is the person that is the authority on the vehicle. So there may be some slight changes to altitude climbing or the trajectory that Cosmic Girl uses to move out to the racetrack. And that's up to the captain. But generally what we expect to see here is that when we're in the racetrack for the cold pass, it'll be approximately a little over 35,000 feet.
I'm going to try something technical in a minute. I mean, we may have to just take off the presentation.
You mentioned the data coming through earlier through an umbilical. Once we had disconnected from that IT trailer,
just stop the screen.
The tarmac next to
for a second. Hello, everybody. Then we're just going to add on the screen, but in a different formats. So just so we know, there we are. Darren lives up here somewhere. I think. Tina's parents are over here. Let's get over there. We'll just go back and see what's happening over here. That's the rocket. Loads of folders and tabs and everything going on. I will go into my garden and have a look. I think because I'll just leave you lot to work things out for yourself. So it's heading away. So Darren's what's doing here? Darren's saying it's so heading away from us towards St. Ives. Okay. Is that 15,000 feet or 1,500 feet? 259 miles. So anyway, let's have a look at the. Where's St. Ives on that? Is that St. Ives there? That's old Grimsby. So we don't know if we're going to get any pictures. I would have thought it would have been nice if they got a tracker plane, but maybe not. It's all been very exciting though, isn't it? Oh, Darren's giving us an update now at 20,000 feet. It's only doing 323 knots. Well, maybe they don't want to get to the position because I think it's got to take off at a certain time. Sorry, launched at the correct time. So maybe just slowing down a bit. The window opportunity for takeoff or launch is from 10:16. So it's got a long way to go. It's got to get out over here somewhere. Yeah, a long way to go yet.
What an exciting day. I'm really pleased to introduce Secretary of State Grant Shapps, who's in charge of the Department for Business, Energy, and Industrial Strategy, leading an economy-wide transformation by backing enterprise and unleashing the UK against
Ooh, boo.
Grant, thank you so much for being with us here on this historic day. You've really been instrumental in helping bring launch to the UK and supporting the industry. You probably know this is actually the first, of course, historic launch from UK soil and also historic launch from Western Europe. Tell our viewers, what is this day?
What is the
Yeah, no, we're very excited about the launch. I mean, this is something which we've been working on for more than a decade now.
He's just in a hotel, isn't he? He's just in the Holiday Inn down the road.
To launch satellites from European soil. And that's been...
It's probably looks a bit better than the Holiday Inn, doesn't it?
Not just in Virgin, but throughout our space sector, which employs...
What's this?
It's much bigger than most people realise. The other thing people possibly don't know is that more satellites are produced in the UK anywhere outside of California. So we're big into producing particularly the smaller and the nano satellites, the type that Virgin Orbit put into space. And so to see these 9 go up finally this evening, it's extremely exciting. We're delighted to have backed this launch. And Cornwall could be one of 7 spaceports springing up throughout the UK. So we're very excited to see this one and others develop.
And you mentioned some of the industry here in the UK. So how do you think this and future launches will really help propel the space ecosystem in the UK, including jobs? And what makes the UK such a great destination?
Where was the launch site in the 60s? Find that out.
Trivia.
What?
She knows the answer. 10 o'clock news here on the BBC, and I see they were giving this a mention and saying that the satellite.
Team are working on that question, Darren.
People's attention to it. So if you're a youngster and you're watching this tonight, or you're catching up on it tomorrow, and you're going to understand that space launches are something that happen from the UK. I think that's incredibly important. It brings more people into the business. You asked the sensible question of why the UK. Well,
Isle of Wight. You could have held back a little bit, Darren. It was a trivia question. We were trying to get everybody else because Matt hasn't got a clue.
Huge opportunities, probably about £15 billion worth launches of these smaller satellites.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done.
The right location, in other words, geographically, we've got the right science with 7 of the world's top 20 universities, and we've got the right industry combined with government to help all of those things stack up and ensure these launches can happen. And I know that from personal experience because both in my current job as business secretary, but also in my previous job as the transport secretary, I've tracked and worked on this launch. I've been down to Newquay and Cornwall. I actually brought over the rocket for the GE7 to Cornwall. So we've had a lot of
babbling on. 55 minutes until the drop time.
Industry, government, all working in tandem, and that's the thing the UK's got going for.
And we know that you have a strong love for science, and part of your platform is making Britain really a science superpower. How do you see space launch and this ecosystem development formula contributing to that?
Well, look, it's hugely important. I was just looking across the kind of list of the payloads tonight. There are a whole variety of different satellites. You've got Amber-1, that's a satellite that's built in Glasgow. You've got Prometheus-2, that's a satellite built in Hampshire. You've got Space Force, a satellite that's built in Cardiff. You see, as I go around the country, every part of the country, every part of the United Kingdom has got a link to what's going on in Cornwall tonight. And that's incredibly important and exciting. But as I mentioned before, not to take anything away from Virgin Orbit, you guys have got there first with this unique launch system that has so many benefits. So we have a number of vertical spaceports being built and being planned, so 7 in total. And I'm expecting to see vertical launch from Scotland, for example, possibly later this year or next year. So this is an exciting time. It's worth a lot of jobs, not just in Cornwall, perhaps 250 or so, but actually across the country, in the thousands, in the tens of thousands, making the UK a great place to do space.
Yeah, and you mentioned some of the payloads on this mission, and there's some firsts. I mean, there's the first Love satellite, the first Armani satellite.
Armani.
International flavor.
Armani satellite.
One, for the UK to have its own launch and end-to-end sustainable space-based capability vis-a-vis other spacefaring nations. So, as a nation leading in the space realm, and 2, really international partnerships. I mean, I know that this is important for UK. You mentioned the other launchers, but clearly space is an international cooperative industry, and so working across country lines is equally important.
That is absolutely the autumn we signed a deal essentially with the European Space Agency. Put in the figure springs to mind as well. £1 billion. We secured signed a deal essentially British astronauts. So we're working in the international scale, so in Europe, but also with NASA and a whole variety, and have historically, John. So kind of interestingly, though, you ask a really interesting question because the UK is the only country in the world to more than 50 years ago have designed, built, and launched its own rockets and satellites successfully into space, and then scrapped the entire launch program. This was back in 1971. It's a long time ago now. It was kind of a surprising thing to do.
What's the Hornet saying? There's a rocket on it, Hornet.
I was just looking back. Let me go back to 2019. There are only about 500 satellites launched globally. But in 2021, so just a couple of years later, there were 1,900 satellites launched. So you can see this is a massively growing market, particularly in smaller nano satellites, some of which are no bigger than a shoebox. But the United Kingdom really has great speciality in well as some of the bigger ones which we close to them. So there's a big market, and we want to work globally. We want to do that, but we also think that we can grab probably as much as 30% of the launch market in small satellites, which is something we're very keen to do.
I think that's absolutely right. I mean, the UK has all the incredible solid manufacturers. You've got incredible universities. You have the logistics, and now you have the launch capability. So really, you have this end-to-end sustainable space applications mission capability that is unrivaled practically for the small satellite market in particular, and definitely joining the other few nations that actually have their own launch capability. So I think really that we're pleased to be your partner on this journey and help make that reality.
Well, thanks very much. It's great to hear you say that because.
Oh, Greg likes the sound of his own voice here.
Pounds on space income each year in this country, and it's only set to grow. And we're going to work internationally to make that happen. And having this launch capability from British soil clearly puts us front and center of that.
Absolutely. And finally, I think so people know that you're a pilot yourself. So as you know, captive series happening. Our pilots are going on this journey, going forward. Maybe you could talk a little bit about your experience as a pilot. What's going through your mind? Like, what is your mental state right now, and how exciting is this for people that are in the front lines here?
Well, obviously I offered Virgin Orbit the opportunity to use me as the pilot, and I think everybody who flies.
So Matt, we haven't done a broadcast for a long time because I'm turning him off. We'll turn him down a bit because he's just somebody from the government. So our last. Oh God, I'm just trying to think now. I think if you look in the timeline, depending on what you're viewing it on, it may put one of the last videos up. But we haven't been doing the Starlink series because we were doing those, but they're happening every other day. So we did the last Starship launch. That was nearly a year ago now. And I think we did the heavy, or the NASA heavy one to Mars, but that was the last broadcast. So thanks for asking, though, and thanks for noticing we weren't around, which is equally as important. What's Darren asking for? Someone told me if you fly towards the States, you fly at 30k. East towards us. He's not sure if that's true. No, but it is faster coming home, Darren. To do with the tailwind. I'm not sure about that 30k going out and 27k. If Richard Smith was on, he'd be able to tell us that. Someone's Googling behind me, asking that question. No, we haven't heard about the flights Alpha Kenny one. What is wrong with you? I just read anything out that comes out. It's fine. The SpaceX spaceship should that should be happening. What is the matter with you? So I've just lost all my audience in the studio. That looks like it is hopeful, but we just don't know when because it's been pushed back since December, especially the end of December. And now I think we're looking probably February. But it's all to do with it's all to do with how the weather is out in obviously Cape Kennedy. Well, no, it's not in there, is it? It's the other side of the where's that now? It's in Texas, isn't it? So we're just going to wait and see where that's going to be happening. But they're doing a lot of work. Oliver, what are you doing? So it's saying we'll be right back. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just wait and see. I'll see if I can find another feed. Bear with us. What? Can you mute a second? It's muted. What are you doing? What is Alpha Kenny 1?
You'll do what?
What's that?
What did you say?
Alpha Kenny 1.
You'll what?
I don't know what that means.
You'll fuck anyone.
Alpha Kenny 1.
I'll fuck anyone.
That's not that.
Listen. Listen.
Alpha Kenny 1. Oh dear. Sorry. Just we're laughing at just obviously I just read anything out. Anyway. Thanks, Hornet. That was hilarious because everybody else found it funny. Is this an advertisement for Virgin Holidays? But there we go. So we 45 minutes to the drop time. We'll be asleep by then. Good grief. Where is the plane? Let's have a look. That's to get out over here, I think. Is that you typing stuff up? I just realised.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I do apologize. It's not very professional, is it? Just laughing on the microphone of other stuff. I see what it. So I've just got that joke, literally. See, Matt Dobson's out. Was it 2 loops that it will do over the set? I think it is 2. Well, he just kept going around in a circle because, according to their graphic, 3 times. Going to go around in a loop 3 times. Not saying anything you're saying there. Somewhere in the Atlantic, Darren. I don't know where it's going to be. It's back here, back there. It's going to be here. Oh, it's south of Cork. I'm glad you were listening, Oliver. So it's about here, but it's really high. It's going to be quite high. I think it's going to go higher than 30,000 feet. But the sound they'll be right back, but they don't seem to be, do they? I'll put a bit of music on. You're listening to Late Night Love Songs. Don't mind, thank you. It's going to be high enough that we can see it in the centre of the UK. Let me get this graphic up for you. Hang on a minute. I'll have to send it to the computer and then. Right, they're putting their graphics up. I'm just going to get some of the graphics up here. So. Right. Right, let's add this overlay in this, and this is the actual official graphic that's going to show you. Let me get it up. Right, let me explain this. I have to make it big on my one. And we'll just turn the sound down on that a minute. There we go. So obviously this is, well, it's a little bit further over than Oliver said, because Oliver said it was going to be here, but it's going to be over this end. So the first 60 seconds, this area is going to be able to see it. That's according to this graphic. And then as we get into this color, so it's 2 minutes roughly after launch that people over here will be able to see it. And then it just goes as it goes further out, because it's going straight up. So even though it is quite flat as it goes up. So let me just take that down. There was a graphic on the side of it to say the distance and where it is, but that seems to be chopped off. Interesting. Oh, can't you see my mouse? That's weird. Oh, of course, it's on this one over here, isn't it? There's lots of people. Wait a minute. I don't know where they are. Are they at the airport? Let's take the graphic down. Anyway, you can work that graphic out for yourselves, can't you, lads and lasses? So we've got about 40 minutes to go. I see. I was going to bed early tonight and not drinking. Oh, Darren, really? Now I'm going to have to stay up and drink some wine. I'm really trying hard not to drink. It's, I don't know what the point is. Usually with the launch, we usually have a glass of wine, but no, we've had squash. Ribena, actually, sponsored by. Yes, so sorry, I was pointing at the graphic and I could see it, but not you, where the mouse was. But I think you worked out from that graphic that you'll be able to see it if you look southwards. So obviously, it's quite a clear sky as well tonight. We might be able to see it. Darren said they're definitely and going to Disney. Let's have a look. No, they're still going the same direction. That's fine. Just say you were wrong, Oliver, by the way.
What was that?
I wonder if I can get another graphic I can point at on the screen. Hang on a second.
He's talking about my arse.
So again?
What I was talking about my arse. What about Cork?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's gone. Hang on a minute. No. There we go. Right, let's not do that again, shall we? Let's just set that down a minute. I hate Chrome. I detest Chrome. See, why does it have to do that for? Right. We're back over there. There's not many people there, is there? How cold is it down there, Darren? Oh, look, Mrs. Shave's here now. Pete always gets excited at these, and he only ever turns up just before something interesting happens. I don't think we're going to see anything unless you look out your window. Oh, it shows a flight path on tracker. Okay, so look. Tracker 24. Accept that. No call sign. Oh, I don't know which one it is. I take it's one that says no call signs on it, is it? . And you're telling me I can just drag that over to that other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just pop it on.
There we go. Look at that. Isn't amazing? Isn't Chrome amazing?
Not the sun's tracker.
Darren saying the official official weather forecast is chuffing, freezing, and quite breezy. That's yep. I'm gonna say something really bad then. Anyway, that's saying no call sign. So I take it that's what it is because it's in the same place. It doesn't show the flight path, Matt. It's gonna have to start doing a loopy in a minute, though, isn't it? And we've got ads on that one as well. I don't like that one. Oh, they're showing the graphic of the rocket again. Chuffing, freezing. Let me see if I can find any other interesting YouTube links. Let's have a look. There's us. Oh, there's a few people watching us. See, Sky have got something. Watch live. They're just showing the graphic of it. They're just taking that other feed. I thought Sky News might have had something interesting. What are they showing? No. Why not? Why can't we put him on? I'm not 12 though. So we're looking at everybody else YouTube videos. You see, he's got a better graphic. Where's he getting that graphic from? Painted it on the screen. Everybody is showing the same graphic, which is telling me you're going to see nothing. Oh, Branson, why have you not got cameras up? So just going back to that. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Sorry, I was looking for something. I was actually doing something official then. All right. Let's see. Just looking at all the other graphics for you, so you don't have to. Just listen to this lovely music. Images. That's the previous one. Now I'll put that back up again. So I can't move a mouse around it, but it's I'm just trying to figure out where it is. So it launches just to the south. See, is that southeast or southwest of where's that? It depends which way you're looking at it, isn't it?
West is your left.
West, I think. You know, never eat shredded wheat.
Hey.
That's how you do it. So west, southwest, isn't it, of Ireland? I've got new comments. All right. It is, but anybody anywhere in this green type of circle can see it. So
if it goes wrong, you'll feel it.
if you'll be able to hear it if it goes wrong. So we will wander outside. We might put a mobile unit on. Okay. So that's that then. Let's take it down. It seems to be really, they do want to show all those people at that airport. Looks like the end of a firework display. Just people. Oh, here he is.
Welcome back, everyone. This is sometimes
Why is it not showing you? Wait a second. There's 2 comments on there. You want to get it. YouTube on your laptop.
Sorry. What's she saying? You got no sound. Hang on a minute. Let's have a listen. Oh, did I not turn him up? That's oh, they should be up. It's Chrome again. It's supposed to be. You can hear me though, can't you, everybody? We had sound earlier. Sorry. What's she saying? Oh, we're on now.
No, I think they're talking about from the stream.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've just realised that. Do you know Matt Dobson? Well, we need to. Unfortunately, it's a shame, but we have no sound for some reason. So I'm going to have to stop the screen. Hello, everybody. And do this again. No. There we go. You can hear me speaking. You should be able to hear the sound now of the wonderful music. It's because we were messing about and went off and looked at the flight tracker and stuff, which now I can't show you. Oh, well, there we go. So, Matt Dobson, where are you? Where are you located? He did say earlier back on the stream. Because Darren, who's Ramsey there, he's had a look at your page. He said something about steaks. Let's turn them down. They're very loud. He did say where he was. He's watching from Bedford. Long way to go for your steaks there, Darren. Oh, here we go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I have a very special guest with us, Colonel Davis, who is the director of the Office of Space Launch at the NRO. And Colonel Davis is joining us here today on behalf of one of the payloads that is flying with the launch today. And so we're really excited to have you. Thanks for joining us.
No, thanks for the opportunity. It's absolutely great to be here and play a small role in this truly historic launch.
So when you and your colleagues heard about, at the NRO, first heard about the possibility of launching out of the
John
UK,
Cena. That's John Cena, I've just been told.
Yeah, it was absolutely
Audi version of John Cena.
You know, since the very existence of the NRO started over 60 years ago, we've really taken great pride in, you know, how innovative, how we like to advance the state of the art and the art of the possibility when it comes to operating in space. This was just really another one of those opportunities.
Pete wants to come on.
To do something brand new, to do something exciting, and that's all really truly in our DNA.
And so, of course, I mean, there are other launch sites, historic launch sites in the USA, like Cape Canaveral, Vandenberg. What do you see as the value of having additional launch sites, in particular out of the United States?
Yeah, anytime that we can go to any different launch site, any different launch capability, that adds diversity to the portfolio of launch solutions that we as the NRO launch providers are able to give our customer set. That enables them to be able to not hinder what
Hornet, I am not putting your comments on.
And really opens
they're amusing, and I find them very funny, but I'm not putting them on the screen.
Ability to do what we need to do in space.
I think Pete's trying to. I've sent him the link to join us.
Being potential advantage or value to geographical spread, particularly when you think about launching internationally.
Oh, no doubt. And that's just again the diversity that we're talking about. And anytime that we're not committed to any one or two launch sites, that just
24 minutes until drop time
enables us to do different things, to do better things from wherever we need to do.
Absolutely. And yeah, we agree. We think there's definitely different opportunities to provide access to different orbits and mission capabilities internationally. So moving to another topic, there's that phrase, responsive launch, responsive space. And, you know, it's a pretty exciting term in the national security world in particular. What do those terms mean to you? And, you know, how is that important to your mission?
Yeah, responsive launch from my perspective is really being able to be responsive to my satellite customers' needs, to be able to deliver a launch solution when they need it, where they need it, how they need it.
I don't take Pete to come on. Is he coming on?
So having vertical launch,
I've sent him the link.
Horizontal launch, all of those things, you know, add additional toolbox, adds to my toolkit that I can take to my customer set.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
absolutely,
of course, launching on demand potentially would be a whole nother benefit within a 24-hour period or so, which is something Virgin Orbit is trying to accomplish. So another question would be a lot of what you and your NRO colleagues have talked about when discussing this mission in particular is the value
of
background partnership. I think the international partnership in particular with the UK RAF, with all that's going on in the world and in space right now, both in the areas of conflict and in times of peace, what do you see as the start of
how many glasses of wine have you had now, Darren?
Partnerships and interoperability between the US, the UK, and potentially other partners. What are those benefits?
Hi there, Wendy. Wendy's watching.
You absolutely nailed it. The agility, partnership, and interoperability were the three big things for us with this mission. You talked about partnership and interoperability there. No doubt. You know, if you look at the logo for this mission, it screams partnership. You've got NRO, U.S. Space Force, UK Space Agency, RAF. The list goes on and on and on, not to mention our industry partners. So yeah, partnership was a key part of this entire mission for us. And then, you know, as launch folks, we like talking about the launch, but we don't exist unless we put capability on orbit.
Right.
And as the primary rideshare for this mission, you know, we're here. I have a job to get capability on orbit. And with these primary payloads that we're working with the UK MOD and DSTL, that's the whole goal, is to be able to demonstrate our allied interoperability with that data sharing across our partners in this, as you mentioned, incredibly dynamic and quite frankly dangerous space environment that we're dealing with today.
So you definitely see that, you know, this type of partnership is something that will be valued going forward, and more such missions will likely be accomplished in the future.
Well, yeah. I mean, anytime, who knows what tomorrow looks like, right? But again, anytime I can provide unique solutions, any other kind of launch solutions to my customer set, that's attractive to them. So yeah, we certainly hope to. Yep. This has been the Cornwall community here, the Cornwall Spaceport, the Newquay community have just been absolutely fantastic. You know, we were in a taxi the last time we were down here, and they're like, "Oh, you got here for the launch? That's so exciting!" It's, you know, the community is just really embracing, and it's fun to be a part of that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially a historical first here. I mean, it really means something to be part of it. So it is. You can feel that excitement, you know, whether it's in the taxi cab or at the launch site. And then finally, the other major element of the partnership that often gets discussed is between government and commercial industry. How is the ability to leverage commercial industry in particular, and in order to tap into new capabilities, change the way that you and your colleagues work and think about missions?
Well, and it enables us to really unlock the innovation. You know, that we are all about advancing technology and innovating. Nobody does that better, more efficiently, quicker than the commercial environment. So anytime that we on the government side are able to put constructs in place, like the contract that we used to acquire this particular launch service, that really harnesses the energy and the power that's in that commercial industry.
A deep fake
so
of
we
who?
Can work together better and ultimately advance our U.S. and allied capabilities.
Yeah, I can agree more, of course, on the commercial side. But I mean, and we likewise appreciate the partnerships with government entities that are also encouraging and supporting new technologies to come to the market. So it definitely is, you know, it's a symbiotic relationship that I think fosters and supports both sides. So, Colonel Dave, it's really been a pleasure having you here today, and we thank you for coming down to Cornwall. Do you have any final thoughts or words you'd like to say as we get ready for the launch?
No, I just, again, thank you. Thanks to Mel, who's been the host most of today on this, her and her team, and then the Virgin Orbit and Virgin Orbit National Systems teams have just been fantastic.
Oh, I took myself with a headache.
And I personally have been really proud to just play a small role in it. So thanks very much.
Thank you. All right, back to you guys.
No, it's back to an advert again. There we go. So we have about 18 minutes to go. Where is Pete? I thought he was coming on. I have sent you the link, Pete. So that the plane, I can't put the plane up anymore because that means we lose sound. But it's sort of going around in a circle, which is what it's supposed to be doing. Who's this now? See, I'm not putting that up. Oh, here we go. It's a Santa tracker. They've just replaced it for 747. So let's have a look at what launches are coming up in the future. I was going to go on my app. Hang on a minute, I'll find out. This music is making me feel very tired. There it is. Space launch. So another Starlink goes up in 5 hours. As I said, we don't cover them anymore because they've been going up every other day. OneWeb, I think that's the SpaceX. That's in 5 hours as well. My God, it's in two. The Falcon Heavy spins postponed. The Falcon 9 is postponed. Let's have a look at Starship, what they're saying for the Starship. So they're now saying 28th of February for the Starship test launch, but that means nothing because they keep changing it around. Right. Let's have a look what this is staying on here. Seems to be fine. Yeah, that seems to be all fine. It's cold though. It's cold. So we have about 14 minutes away for the to the drop. We don't know if we're going to see it or not. But what I can do. I wonder if I can. Oh.
Welcome back, everyone. As you can see from the data that we're just showing on our graphical user interface, all of our levels are still nominal. We're watching, as I had mentioned earlier, we're watching that payload adaptive temperature, but that is still doing totally fine for this phase of the flight. For those folks that have been watching our 3D map, which we'll bring up now, you'll notice that we did fly just south of the county of Cork in Ireland. We've taken our left-hand turn, and now we're in our racetrack that I had mentioned earlier. So we'll be moving into our coal pass in just a moment. We are still on track for our previously advertised drop time. So yeah, stay with us.
Is what, sorry? I am now. I'm just trying to mute that so I can't hear it. Darren just sent me another link. All right, you lot. What you doing? Talking amongst yourselves? It's a bit weird, kids. Stop stalking each other. Oh dear. We have about 11 minutes to go until the drop is ready to happen. Yes, I've just briefly looked at that, Darren. I think it will have to be, won't it? Why? Oliver. No.
Welcome back, everyone. You already heard about the Prometheus payload that is one of our payloads that we're taking to space today. I want to tell you a little bit more about a few more of the ride shares that we have on board. First one there is the IOD-3 Amber, or commonly known as the IOD, which is developed by the Satellite Applications Catapult and Horizon Technologies and is built by AAC Clyde Space, all based in the United Kingdom. IOD-3 is expected to be the first of more than 20 Amber satellites to provide space-based maritime domain awareness data to users. Another one is CIRC, or the Coordinated Ionospheric Reconstruction CubeSat Experiment, and it's a part of a joint mission between the UK's Defence Science and Technology Laboratory and the US Naval Research Laboratory. Third one there is Dover, which is developed by the RHEA Group of Belgium, and it's the company's first satellite in its 30-year history. We're very proud to be carrying her on board today, and is being co-funded through the European Space Agency's navigation program and built by Open Cosmos of the United Kingdom. Dover is a small sat that was created as a pathfinder for resilient global satellite systems. I'm going to bring up the GUI again. Just a couple of notes from the MCC. Our launch commit criteria for terminal count has been given the all clear. The terminal count is a portion the rocket goes into autonomous mode. We did have some questions.
We're not going to see anything, I don't think.
That I want to address. Some folks saying this is actually the second launch after Wallace and Gromit went to the moon for cheese. Thank you very much for that. But
what's it going on?
Fahrenheit versus Celsius. Typically in the aerospace world, we use units over metric units. I think that's all I got for the moment. Like I said, we're moving into the cold pass, and things are about to get very exciting. So please stay with us.
Oh, more exciting than they are now.
Things are about to get very exciting. Good evening, Matthew.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm just trying to. Sorry, I've got a live thing. Do you want to add that? Thank you. I've got somebody else in the studio with me.
Oh.
Yeah, just hold on to that. Oliver.
Don't you live alone?
Do I leave it alone? No. So we don't know if we're going to see anything. Oh, I'm going to Darren's on with the jokes.
Good evening, Dan. How are you?
He's brilliant. It's so funny, isn't he? So he's on his third glass of wine, I think.
Excellent. It's very stuttery on the end.
What?
It's very stuttery here.
What is everything?
Yeah.
Virgin has just been terrible for the past 48 hours. It's not stuttery anywhere else because we're watching it on different platforms, on devices.
I mean, the actual everything.
The actual everything. Just everything stuttering.
Yeah. The ticker thing at the hello.
No.
She looks like she's from space.
come. But before that, we want to
Darren
talk a
says
little
that
bit about
the stream is
mission
fine here.
Start Me Up.
Oh, okay.
Which is named after the iconic British rock band's record.
I better
Start
turn
Me
off.
Up. That was
Record.
released by
I'm not sure if
Virgin
she's
in 1981.
English or American.
I can't think of a better
Or she
name for
mid-Atlantic.
the mission for a starting up launch out of the UK. But let's hear a little bit
She's
more from a
definitely
familiar
American, mate.
face, Sir Richard Branson.
Start Me Up. I can't think of a more perfect name for
Here he
Virgin
is.
Orbit's first launch from spaceport.
He looks like a tortoise
in
every
the
day.
UK's first launch and the start of an important
Is him
and
and Simon
exciting
Cowell on the same diet?
capability. I first heard the Rolling Stones when I was at school, and their songs
it
have been in
wasn't
my
that
head ever since. As a nervous teenager, armed with a tape recorder bigger than me, I interviewed Mick Jagger for Student magazine. And years later, we tried to sign the band. And years after that, we finally managed to bring the Stones to Virgin Records. And they helped make us the biggest independent record label in the world. I remember hearing
How old
Keith
is he now?
Richards kick off
89.
Start Me Up, and we promoted the
You
Virgin
guessing?
comeback
Yeah.
tour in 2012. A decade
He's
on,
gotta be in his late
Dave's
70s,
still
isn't
going
he?
strong. And I've loved spending time with them over the years, even if Ronnie Wood beats me at poker and pool. One of the most wonderful
Hey,
parts
those
of Virgin Orbit's missions
back
has
office
been the
stories are
opportunity
great.
to bring the Virgin family together, not least by honouring a Virgin Records artist with each launch. And this should be the most thrilling one
Our
yet.
sign has changed again.
Congratulations and good luck to all involved in this
got
launch.
somebody
in
else
Bournemouth,
No.
UK.
Beautiful
and
edit that was.
worldwide.
Did anybody spot that?
Like the song says, once we start it up, we will never stop.
Yeah, you know Musk. Anyway. Oh, hang on a minute. Lewis Capaldi's in.
Sir Richard Branson is 72 years old.
He's 72. Then he
You're
looks a
not
bit.
far off that, are you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, me. Yeah, that's me. That. Yeah, I'm literally 20 years away from that.
Not can happen in 20 years.
Oh god.
Look, there's your child. Look.
I know. It's Louis, he looks like Lewis Capaldi. We think.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Can you put him up on the? Oh no, there he is.
There he is. Look.
Lewis Capaldi. I've turned his.
Lots of building work going on back here. Look, so I've
blurred
blurred
it.
my background.
Oh dear. Hang on.
It's very unpleasant back there.
Let's go back to that again.
Where's that plane going? Circling.
Right, it's in the circuit now. It does it 3 times. Well, according to this, it's 3 minutes until it drops.
So, being the latecomer, what the hell are we doing here? What's going on?
Jesus.
You come up on YouTube, so I thought, oh,
Oh no, I don't go on the YouTube very often. Well, they're just launching a rocket from Cornwall, aren't they? That's the thing.
Why?
Because Darren lives there.
Ah, so it's Darren's fault. Hello, Darren.
What's he putting on here now? He always has to make a reference to the hi-fi shop. I feel like I've gone back 30 years and working in Bullock Sci-Fi. Oliver.
Yeah, it's the double chins that really show it.
That's it, brilliant. I don't know if you can hear him.
They can.
Can they? Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So he goes around in a circle 3 times and then drops the rocket, which is attached underneath the wing.
What? What? Okay. It's not taken off from the ground then, no?
It's up in the air now already. That's
Come on
right.
then. Why? Why's that?
Because we did all this earlier.
Oh, sorry.
It's better for the environment. It uses less energy because you're already 35,000 feet up.
Scares less rabbits.
Oh, we got Russ is in now.
Hey, Russ. Yeah, that's about right.
Space nerds. No, he didn't. No, Russ never worked for NASA.
Oh, okay.
Who's this? I think with Rich.
And a chat with Mr. As if I was. Yeah.
So nobody's missing much here so far because we're just going around in a circle and then it's gonna.
I feel like I'm on a flight to New York, just going around circling until it's time to land.
Thing is, it's gonna be. It says 1 minute and 4 seconds. It's gonna drop. It's only gone round once. Oh, what's Darren saying? What time do we go to the roof? What time do we go to the roof? He's got his roof garden.
Well, well, it says 42 seconds now.
Okay. Well, you'd be able to switch the audio on outside, won't you? Yeah. Okay. You switched it off, yeah, Oliver. Are you taking it with you? Yeah. So we've got the mobile unit going outside to see if we can get any pictures.
Oh, it's giving me heartburn. This. Where you been? Where you been for the last week?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Working as I always do.
Too busy to talk to one of your oldest friends.
I talked to you today on text, and I talked to you verbally.
Yeah. I can't do my show.
Well, that was at 4:30, and I was still working. I worked till 6:15, and I thought, I can't record the show now.
You could have slid it in there.
You can't because it's not voice tracked. Now we're getting a bit nerdy.
Technical.
So, but yeah, when you sort out your folders fault problem, then we can do that, can't we?
Folders fixed, I think.
No, it's not. You always say that when you're in front of people, but when it's just us two, you say it's not fixed.
No, I think we're going the Google way.
Oh, yeah, okay, right. So
that'll solve your problem.
It's now saying drop is ready.
Oh, I'm ready. It's counting up now.
Oh, that's no good, is it? Oh, this hurt my head. I haven't worn headphones for a long time, not this long. I think. Oh, here we go.
Welcome back. Just a quick update from the MCC. As you can see on the screen right now, we have made it through our cold parts, and we're now working through the hot parts. The counter on the left-hand side is a little bit of a misnomer because it's really drop-ready time. And I also did want to mention, you probably saw a quick camera feed that we had where the screen looked black. That's actually nominal because that was a live camera feed from the camera that's actually on the rocket underneath the payload fairing. You can see now this is an aft camera view from the drop. So we have, it looks to be a successful ignition of
it's starting.
Stage 1 engine.
Let me get this off.
As we make our way to space.
It smells like fireworks out here.
I don't think you can smell it that far away. That was such a great drop line.
Oh dear.
Oh, right, let's just turn that down again. So, Oliver, I don't know if you can see, but they've ignited the rocket's ignited, which isn't that pushing the 747 along now? So, are you facing south?
Southwest,
Oliver?
yeah.
Southwest. Are you sure? Are you sure that's right?
Yeah. Pretty sure. South, maybe southwest. I should be able to see it.
Not yet. It's 2 minutes after they drop it. You'll be able to see it.
Oh, right.
Is that a street lamp?
I hope so.
It is a street lamp. I am currently. Well, I don't want to show where we're all living, but currently.
I don't think.
I think we all know where you live by now.
Yeah,
Mr. Christmas.
You reckon they could see the lights from where they are?
Like I had said before, a lot happens very quickly after drop. You can see here that we're actually getting towards the end of our stage 1 burn. Everything is nominal so far. We've had our pitch up on the bottom on the burn time that you can see on the graphical user interface. If you do have that one up, we have made it through max Q alpha, which is one of the most stressful physical moments for the rocket.
Oliver, you should be able to see it now.
Comfortably through max Q, and then also through our maximum heat, aerodynamic heat. Heating.
I'm not sure I like the sign for heating.
We have made it through MECO, our main engine cutoff. That is our Newton 3 engine shutdown. Is reported.
Turn it on the side, Oliver, so you can fill the screen. Landscape, man, landscape.
Ooh, yeah. Just trying to get this
Just turn it on its
What is
side.
happening?
That's what landscape means.
There we go. Oh, no, you're back again.
Bearing brake
There
wires
we go.
broken.
It's just for sale there.
Is it?
We have stage separation.
Oh, can we see anything? Who's this man?
Oh, hello. Test screen.
You may see dropouts in the data during the flight here. That is expected as we're switching between the different ground stations that are picking up the signal from the rocket.
Sorry, Darren's on the roof.
It is
Dark and
cold.
cold.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
See what's going on there? What view is that? Can you see anything? Are you sure
Not
you're
as of
pointing
yet.
south?
Right. Hang on.
Switching
Come
data
here.
source to Nuki.
Who are you talking to?
Now, as you can see,
This is
the trajectory
hilarious.
that's been
Yeah,
shown
look.
on the screen is no longer a
Yeah.
Cosmic Girl because she is on her way back
It's getting too far away now.
Spaceport Cornwall in the UK. The trajectory is now tracking Launch 1 as she makes her
Stage
way
2
down
burn 2
the
nominal.
Atlantic Ocean towards the Canary Islands.
Oh yeah, it's you're not going to see anything. Darren said there's nothing, and he's closer to anybody.
It's because the Earth's flat.
That's it.
Stage 2 trajectory nominal.
Stage 2 trajectory nominal. That means
Darren
our
says he
flight
can
path
hear
is
the
as
sea.
expected, being picked up by those ground stations.
That's
We're probably
Darren. That's
almost
tinnitus.
coming up on half through our stage 2 burn number 1.
Getting a few weird looks at the moment.
On the
I'm
Gilly
sorry, I
view, you
can't
can
return
see
your
in the
pictures.
center there, obviously the cool flame coming out the left-hand side. But you can see the fuel and the
Is that it?
oxygen
That's
leaving
so disappointing.
the stage as it goes.
How long
through
you
the
been on
engine.
anyway?
Another really neat thing to see
an
is
hour
the
and a half.
gimbal over on the left-hand side. The blue square with the dot in the middle shows you the position of the engine as it is steering stage 1.
Stage 2 burn nominal.
Stage 2.
What did Darren say then?
He's wasted calories by walking up the stairs.
Altitude now is looking at around about
Is that it?
600,000 feet.
Well, it's what do you mean? Is that it? It's well.
I mean, are we actually seeing anything, or is that?
Approximately 3 miles per second.
It is at 594,000 feet.
Bus voltages for the batteries are nominal. You may have noticed that we had a lower voltage while we were in captive
Switching
carry,
data source to
and that's
Madrid.
because the power was being provided by Cosmic Girl.
You can come back in there, Oliver. I don't think we're going to see anything.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Don't catch a cold. Wow, there we go. Well, what's happened now? It's crashing the sea.
Stage 2 burn is a little longer than the stage 1 burn, so this might take a little while for us to get to second engine cutoff 1.
It's like Tina's dad.
Hey? Well, that guy, the
signer.
I'm sorry, I can't return your pictures.
What's that mean?
Remember Vision On. I'm sorry, I can't return.
Oh, I see. Right. Sorry, I understand that.
Oh dear.
What is Oliver doing outside?
I think I might see it.
Oh, sorry, I took you off then.
Where's he going? Won that tree.
I don't know whether you can see it on this camera, but there's something that wasn't there a second ago. Do you see it just above the house?
What's that?
We're looking.
That's where Bethlehem is, mate.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Just above the house.
Little
Oh no! Every time you put your finger in.
Oh right.
As I said earlier, there are points of the flight.
Is it
where we
moving
don't
now,
have the
Oliver?
telemetry coming from the rocket because we are out of view of the ground station.
Is it a star?
Our flight software folks
Would
have
I be able to see if it's
going
moving?
forward on our rocket,
But
which
it's going
means that when
further
we
south.
are out of view of the ground
Can
station,
you zoom in on it?
we are storing that data so that
Can I?
the next
Oh,
time
no,
we
that just
do come
zoomed in
into
my
a
screen.
ground station, we can download it and
Confirm
and
target
back
lock
through
from
our
Madrid.
I think that could be it, actually,
Data
kids.
source switch to Madrid.
It's moving, yeah.
from
It
Madrid
is moving.
ground station.
Hang on,
That
if
is
I
locked
get it right by
onto
the
our
house.
rocket and is streaming.
Yeah, I
the
can
data.
see it. We can see it moving.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, we can see it, and Darren can't.
He's got to look up higher.
He's more down south. It's not as high for him.
If he's more down south, it's going to be
Confirm
higher up for
signal
him.
from Nas Palomas, switching
Flat Earth,
energy
mate.
source to Nas Palomas.
Right, fair enough.
Oliver's down said clean your lens.
That's it.
Before shutdown initiated.
I think that's it.
I don't think it is.
It's definitely
It's
moving.
only a like little star, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
that is definitely moving, 100%.
It's 437,000 feet up above sea level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're only going to see a little
call for
dot on
Newton
it.
4 shutdown. Newton 4 is our stage 2 engine. So that is the completion of the first burn of our second stage.
I bet it's gone out now.
Yep.
When does it go to warp? Yeah, what's all that on your screen?
You can see along the bottom of the screen.
It's not my phone.
Flight timeline has been updated to show the
What am I
cosmic
looking
belt is
at?
returning, obviously, and then launcher 1, which takes up the.
Actually, I don't think it is, mate. That's not moved.
Yeah, but I know that we all felt excited for a little bit, didn't we? So, you know.
I think it's Uranus, that is.
There it is.
I beg your pardon.
Right, there you go.
Okay, we're moving off there. Thank you for that outside reporter, Oliver Bullock, who's out in the streets. That's quite funny. Does it look like it's bounced in the water and then gone shot straight up?
Yes.
Someone skipped a stone from Ireland. That's what that is. All right, I think that's about it.
Are we done?
I don't think we're going to see anything else. But well
So
done.
now's probably a
well done,
good time to talk a little bit about our rocket profile. Like I said, once we get to drop, a lot of stuff happens very, very quickly.
Oh, he's not done it yet, but according to him.
Initially,
Well, no,
after
they're
the
up.
drop, around
They've got to
about
drop the
5 seconds or
satellites.
so after the drop, because we need to make sure that our aircraft is safe and out of the way. We fire what we call our propellant settling thrusters, or our PSTs, and they're solid rocket boosters that are on the back of launcher 1. And they give the rocket a little push forward.
Oh my God!
To
What have they
settle
called it?
Our propellants for stage 1.
What?
And then we have that main engine start, or MES, for S1. And then you saw over, I think it was about 3 minutes or so, our stage 1 burn, which, as I had said before, does most of the heavy lifting. And our main engine.
They got the better looking one now, doing the wording.
Has to do the work for the rest of the journey.
There he is.
We start our second stage engine, which is the burn that just happened. And during that burn, we separate our fairings. And what that does, it opens up the pointy end of the rocket, essentially.
The pointy end. Brilliant.
Firing, that opens up that section and exposes the payloads. We continue to fly under power on our second stage during that first burn. And then we'll have that cut off. And you can see the graphic right now. We go to the coast, which is the phase that we're in right now. And we do a maneuver. We execute a maneuver called the barbecue roll. So essentially, we are rifling through the atmosphere. And what this does is it avoids one side
and rifling through the atmosphere
from getting too hot and the other from getting too cold. Our rocket is covered in a spray-on foam insulator.
Brilliant.
But this is a very
got the same stuff you can fill holes with.
Maneuver procedure that most
foam filler united.
Once we've finished our coast, we will do a second engine start. So SES2. So we restart our second stage engine to lift us a little more. And then we'll cut off that engine. And after that will be our payload separation.
You know what? Farrah's really good. Farrah trousers.
Start popping champagne corks and dancing. After payload,
what was the name of the tailors that was next door to the shop?
Things that we want to do here during this mission, and we will do a
Remember the men's tailors
called the CCAM, or the contamination and collision avoidance maneuver. And then
no.
we'll actually fire.
Oh yeah, there was a men's tailors next door to the shop. I can't remember what it was now.
Calls for SES, or second engine.
It was next door to the second shop. You know, because the bank was between us. Which I always thought we would make a great heist movie. But next door to the other one, there was a tailor's. Then there was the Smallwoods little knitwear bar shop.
The wool shop.
The wool shop. But yeah, what was the name of that? You see, Darren remembers. Yeah. Oh, there we go. They were really good, yeah. What's you talking about, the shop or the Farrah's? What happened? Are they still going, Farrers?
Yeah.
Are they? Where they're sold?
There's a place in Erdington that sells them. Oh, hello, look, office.
Yeah, let's look at that. That's not NASA, is it? Oh yeah, Farrer trousers. Just looking.
Images on screen right now
Oh,
from
with a
our Mission
oh, it's a
Control
waist,
Center
but
over
it's a
in
stretchy waistband.
UK.
Correct.
Good evening, sir. Table for one. Oh dear.
Oh, the bus
There's
going
a bus. As I said, that's where they launched from. Or they took the plane off. That's like the end of a night of the fireworks do.
Yeah, they look like they're protesting about something.
It's just going on.
Take a moment to say how much we appreciate the folks that came out to Cornwall this evening to watch our launch.
Daz, get us a burger, will you?
Day, obviously, for the United Kingdom, but for Eastern Europe as well. And we very
There's a gin bar there.
Being here today, including those folks that have joined us on the live stream.
It's a gin bar.
Thank you for being here and being.
But surely they'll be selling is it Brewdog down there? Oh, Darren found that funny. Oh,
hello.
I think that's about it. That'll do. Has everybody done enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
There's no. I like the little rocket that goes across this logo here on the left.
Yeah, where? There, that one.
Yeah,
it's a plane.
Wow. Yeah, in an upwardly direction.
I'm just trying to see where Oliver is.
He's randomly turned his camera on.
That's my phone.
Funny.
Right, thanks. I've turned you off now. Oh, feedback.
Look at that.
Leaving.
Feedback. Oh, I thought it was a great stream.
Shut the door so we're not waking the rest of the house up with all the people that are watching us. Back to the
office.
Left the office again. What are they watching?
That man's playing Gallagher.
What's that? What's he watching here? Does that look like the moon?
No. Can you zoom in?
I'm just going to try to do that. Oh, you've took it off. Look how far away it is now. They can see our house from there.
Where are we? Are we down a bit? Is this us
No,
down
we're
here?
over here. We're over here. Can you see my mouse?
Oh, yeah.
Over here. That's us.
Oh.
The planet doesn't always viewed correctly.
No, clearly not, because it's flat, obviously. Oh, dear.
You see that, Darren? Yeah, he says, well, this space stuff is always a bit deflating, but always great at catching up. It's true. Very nice to do that. And nothing blew up, which is always the boring bit. Anyway.
Is there anybody on this flight?
They haven't got Still Shatner still in there, have they? Right, that's it, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll be back. Well, just keep an eye on the streams because we always broadcast them, and Pete knows what's going on. And we'll be on Twitch one day, and people can pay some money to show the space rockets. Yes. So, hang on. Good night, boys. Okay. Good night, boy. Into the next thrilling. Okay.
Goodbye, Daz.
We won't invite you back, Darren. Go and finish off your bottle of wine. Let me just get me end in there. Oh, he's put something else now.
Did you say get your end in there?
No, Matt Dobson. Oh, Matt, you're still here. Hello. Thanks a lot, Matt, for joining us. It's great when you can thank all your audience individually. That is it. So the next one should be the Starship SpaceX on the 28th of February. Am I back from Iceland? I am. Just checking. All right. Hornets, night lads, see you for. Oh, no, I'm not saying that again.
Alpha Kenny 1.
You know what that means, don't you?
Only when I started saying it, they go, ah. Okay.
Yeah. Brilliant. It's been excellent. Anyway, thanks a lot. I'm just trying to find the closing video. That's what I'm just filling. That's it. There we go. Say bye, Pete.
Goodbye, Pete.
See you all. Thanks a lot for joining us.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,